Hi everybody, it's Rob, and we're busy with the ways to make money online with a dog website. And normally I would tell my dogs to be quiet when I'm trying to make a video, but I'm quite amused that they are playing and having fun in the office here with me while I record these videos. And I figure to leave them, and if they do make a noise, you'll know that they're real and they're happy dogs, and having a tug-of-war game with each other at the moment. Alright, so we're going to get now to local businesses. So now these are still websites that have a service or a, I think it's a service or a function, so like dog walking and doggy daycare and all of that sort of thing. This is the list down the side here, right? So dog walking, dog sitting, doggy daycare, dog parlors, dog breeders, veterinarians, which is still local, but you could also do that as a directory. And product supply, so this would be, a local pet shop online though. And then custom products, if you physically sewing and making doggy jackets and dog beds and that sort of thing for your local town. So and or supplying still supplying the local pet stores and that kind of thing anyway. A dog food supplier, there was a concept I had a while back, and I've never tested it, but if you got wholesale dog food, and the people with big dogs, they often are buying the big high quality dog food system, where they would pay you $10 a month or $20 a month, plus the cost of, so you get them their dog food at cost. They're saving $10 or $20 anyway, and then you deliver it for them at a set schedule, so they get 2 bags a month, and then for that $20, and that way, if you have enough people in the neighborhood, it's not a bad business idea. Anyway, you could manufacture dog food, so raw food for and have specific. Sorry, my bad. Looking at my dog's okay. You have specific, clients that buy your dog food done for you. You could be a therapist, a dog trainer, dog whisperer, sort dog trainer. So these are all things that are very often purely local, or if they were aimed at local. In other words, you're needing to get your catchment or your training from a specific area. Now, first up, let me go across to Google and just try one of those. So I've got dog kennels near me, which is perfectly good. But let's do Dog Sitter Brantford. How cool is that? It came up. So Dog Sitter Brantford. Now here's what happens. What happens is Google does the Google My Business, GMB. It's this where the maps pitch up, and the top 3, this is called the 3-pack. The 3-pack businesses pitch up first. Now, I haven't done in my training, when you go here where it says how do we make this happen, in my training I haven't yet done a local business training course, and if you need me to do it fast, then tell me and it'll be my next course. Alright, so local business though works along these lines. Google knows it actually could become 80% of their money income, so Google very cleverly knows where you are. So when I've looked this up here, Google knows that in fact that might be me there, that it knows where because it's called cookies and stuff. Google knows where I'm at, my IP address. Obviously also Google knows all my habits and things too. But the point is that it'll give me a local search based on where I am. So if I didn't look up Dog Sitter Brantford, in fact if I just did dog sitter, Google's not a fool. Google will still give me the same results. Slightly different. Look, it throws an ad up first, but it still does. Google still gives the Google My Business. Now, Google My Business is free, and you don't necessarily need a website. One of those free websites I told you must never have, you could have one of those. But even if you did have, so what happens now is tail waggers, dog walking and cat and house sitting, I could open the website, I could open up here and get a map that goes to more of everything. So if you look now, it's not just the 3, it will be, wow, I can get a dog walk all the way across in, by the looks of it, Toronto, Mississauga way. That's just charming. Do I ever really need that? So yeah, it's a little bit silly. I obviously only really need Brantford, and if you look at it, it's still only the, oh no, there are a few. So there's boarding, daycare, I've seen that one. So this is Google My Business and the Google Maps. If I click there back, it'll take me back to the normal search, which will give me organic results too. So Rover and Care and Tailwaggers and the Yelp, which is a directory, and Porshake, which is, I don't know, local. The Porshake covers Toronto, etc. So it's all cool, but it's a different way of marketing. Tailwaggers, all sorts of online pharmacy with Viagra, and maybe they hacked. So that's just stupid that they're ranking for pills, but there's a fair chance they hacked. Weird. Sad. More than likely hacked. Tailwaggers indeed. Were they real? There might be total spam. I should contact them and warn them. But yeah, you can go to the Pets and People company, and you should get to a real website sooner or later. So my point is that Google My Business or local search is a very, very good way of ranking your website for local businesses. And if you get it right and do it the right way, you can, any form of blogging. Let's just go back here. In my blogging course, the shortcut blogging course, which you can get to, there's training in there that that shows you how to do daily blogging and stuff. So if you learn how to do that, but every time you do a page, you add the city that you live in this case Brantford. So everything I talk about, I'll add the word Brantford or do it often enough on my website to eventually Google will know this guy talks about kitchen cupboards in Brantford, this guy talks about dogs or dog walking and dog things related in Brantford, and you're likely to come up time and time again anyway for all sorts of things. So yeah, local search is cool if you following Google My Business. You would, by the way, search for Google My Business, right? Let's try this and see if it works. GMB programs, fine. So I have to actually go to Google My Business. Sounds like their game's making them more tired than they're having fun. Okay, so you'd go to Google My Business. I really should go there, by the way, simply because I've got South African Google My Business sites that I still haven't removed, and I've been gone from there already 9 months. But anyway, go in here and you'd log in with your email, your Gmail account, and you'd go ahead and literally follow what they tell you how to do. But it's a little bit more complicated than that. In fact, I've got to show you this just for fun. Give me a second. Okay, this is one of the Google My Business images that I use to help people set up their local business. Okay, so this is Local Guide to Local SEO. Okay, so now I admit that we purposely use this image to scare them, because if you look at it closely, it says start here. And it says, are you on page 1 of Google? No. So now you go to local citations and you set that up. Which local citation or listings, sorry, my bad. And then, so part of that is Google My Business, Bing, Yahoo, can you see? And you set up local listings. And you'd follow this step by step until you get it to the one that works. And so somewhere down the way here, it'll say, do you have a blog? Yes or no? Do you have this? And you just follow the yes, no system. I think this is the blogging. It's not the clearest of images. I really should make a fresh one. So, do you know what to blog about? No. So then you go to businesses, individuals, choose from the following newsletters, how-to guides, products. And it just kind of helps you get set up. And in theory, that's like a pretty cool way of doing Google My Business properly. But really what it boils down to, let me just say this. On a Google My Business listing, let's go back to this one, and let's go back to here, and let's choose any of these. K9 case. What will happen is that it'll open it here. It should, there we go. And it should have this properly filled out. Now watch here, K9 case have done it right. They've got photos, and they've got more photos. They've got positive reviews, 9 of them. They've got, in other words, they've been working inside of the Google My Business, and on top of this all, they can add pages. So they've got details, they've got information that inside of your Google My Business, oh, that's hysterical, by the way. Sorry, after I'm telling you they've done it properly, Google has pulled all of this without knowing who this owner is. So I could go here, oh, okay, they have claimed it. So the listing has been claimed by K9 at Gmail. If you own this email address, follow the account recovery. So there's obviously some kind of gremlin going on there. You'd think that they'd make an effort to fix that. But look, it's not what this is all about. I'm just saying all of these businesses involve setting up your Google My Business and your website in a certain way that they're working together, and between the two of them you will get as much local search as you can. In fact, before I go, let me just show you something that's a little bit sad and scary. Sorry, my bad. I need to find the Google listings back again. Let's get off of Google My Business and go back to Google search. So bring Fido restaurants activity. By the way, I still think a pet-friendly website is a really cool way to make a living. If you ever get the energy or the urge to think of what you would like to do, pet-friendly hotels, pet-friendly resorts. We know we aren't going to go anywhere without our dogs. If they don't like my dogs, they can take the hotel and insert it. Okay, so sorry, did I say that out loud? I can't remember exactly. Give me a second. I'm going to have to just remember to do the search that I wanted to do, which exact keywords. I'm just trying to think of which one of these. Let's do dog walking, just because it's at the top. So dog walking. I want to show you. So watch this. If I just hit dog walking, right, there's going to come up with a lot of searches. 110,000, right? But now if I do dog walking, Paris, Ontario, well, that's near enough to me. So let's try that. Dog walkers in Paris, Ontario. So watch this. No searches. So, yeah, let me just say this. Take care. If you're planning, let's go back to my list. If you're planning any of these businesses where you're literally supplying local, know that you've got kind of a hard slog to build your business up to the point where you actually finding enough buyers or people finding you online to make money. Whereas if you go back up to here and you did drop shipping or print on demand, people are buying stuff from all across the world or across the country for you. Whereas if you're just listing dog parlors in this town, my town here of Brantford, I very much doubt I'm going to earn enough money from the 5 dog parlors that exist, or 12. I don't know how many there are even. And most people, once they've got one, they're happy with them. So are these guys going to pay me $100 each to keep marketing them? I doubt it. If they were a dentist and it's more competitive, perhaps. So, yeah, what you're looking at here is not a high demand for a lot of this in a smaller town. Different story in a bigger city, so Toronto itself, or London, New York, Paris, you know, that kind of thing. So bear that in mind before you decide, woohoo, I'm going to go off and make handmade dog food. It's not always necessarily the best sort of business that can work. What am I on? 14 minutes. Let me have a look at what I've got left going here. I'm just going to cover other in one shot here, because this is if you do portraits of dogs, you do a blog on medical condition, that would fall up under blogging. You could do dog memorial details. So, you know, the rainbow thing for dogs, where you have all sorts of things you've produced for them, coupled with the art, coupled with printables and print on demand on their names, photographs that are done, all sorts of things, okay? You could have a site that is a blog that brings in people interested in what to name my dog. And then, of course, weirdly enough, videos, a complete video website appears to be a thing that I don't ever understand. But I get that what happens is people come to it via social media sharing because they want to see puppies, you know, falling around and cute little things, you know. So that there are options on that. I don't know where, if I added these into the 30, that would be very interesting. We should count all of this up again and have a look. Right, so I think that's enough for now. Let me not make this and stretch it out forever here. I just want to end up here. If I've gone through any of these and you're thinking, I'd like to know more, there is a chance that I will do it in more detail. Literally like a 1 hour video just on if you were a dog trainer or therapist person and you wanted to know all the options for that. So in other words, what would be the best? Should you do courses? What about video training? How do? And I would then perhaps, subject to the availability of my time, etc., and maybe depending on if you're a member of the site. If you're a member and you've paid to be inside, chances are very high I'll do it. I will, though, do it only as a case study, which means it'll go up for everybody to see as well. Anyway, let me go away and come back on the how to make this happen and chat through this last bit for you, because telling you all of these ways and how to set it, and let's just close this, and then what type of websites you need, you'd need self-hosted and things. Let me just run through all of that for you on the how to make this happen, and in the last video, and then you hopefully are in a position to be able to just kind of make it all happen. We'll chat soon. Cheers.